What's up? I'm Solar. Today, I'm going to be talking about how I made my menstrual cycle a more enjoyable experience and less of a dreading type of situation. I have a list here. I never planned on sharing this, but like publicly, because I think it's such a personal journey for everyone. And in the span of like 2 weeks, I had two people tell me like you should be sharing this information. So there goes Chloe. I have two Yorkies that are very terrorizing. So when you hear them, just know that I'm apologizing from the deepest heart of my bottom. So the first thing, I want to get into diet first. I think the most important thing is diet, aside from genetics, of course. But whatever it is that you feed yourself is going to grow either in a positive way for you or in a negative way. So whatever you're feeding yourself is going to come out somehow. It's going to influence your body and the systems in your body. So one thing that I cut was dairy. For some people, dairy works. For other people, it doesn't. Cheese, I did my research and it's known to cause fibroids, cysts, because of it being mucus, then it creates mucus in your body. So I cut that out for the most part. Like I'll partake here and there, but I don't eat it as much as I used to. And I've seen a difference. Bread, let's just put it under the gluten category. So anything that could be categorized as that is going to give you issues in your uterus. Unless you're like superwoman and it doesn't affect you. But if you're watching this video, then it's probably because you're not at your superhuman level yet. And we are striving to get there. Let's get there together. Okay? I did a parasite cleanse. Let me just cross things out as I speak. So we talked about food. Oh, okay. Before the parasite cleanse, no alcohol before your period is coming. If you know your period is coming, like a few days before, maybe like 5 to 7 days before your period is coming, don't do the alcohol. It's not going to be a good time. It's not, especially not the night before or the day before. It's not going to be a good time. Alcohol and caffeine are going to emphasize the cramps, accentuate the cramps. Those two sound like positive words, but I'm looking for the one, effect. I love playing with words and I love finding the exact word. I'm not finding it right now, but it's going to make the cramps worse. Okay, so back to the parasite cleanse. Because of the American diet, which consists of a lot of grease, meat, dairy, fried things, GMO things, candy with colors in it, this allows for parasites to thrive in our bodies because we become acidic. So what happens is that they start craving foods and people and activities. Like it's like you're a host for a different entity to be in your body, and it's like controlling your cravings, and therefore if you act on your cravings, then it's controlling your actions. Get rid of the parasites. Do more research on that. There's this lady that I get the parasite cleanses from. She is very trustworthy. I've been cleansing with her for years, and it's all natural ingredients. Also, there's a diet that you have to follow. So you basically become a vegan for 10 days. I think, it's a 10-day cleanse. After the parasite cleanse, so what I did in May, it's December now. So in May or June, I did a Trinity cleanse. So it consisted of a parasite cleanse, a full body cleanse, and then a heavy metal cleanse. So the full body cleanse would be for like the systems in your body, your liver, your kidneys, all of that. So it would be 10 days of a cleanse, 3 days in between. 10 days of the cleanse, 3 days in between, like that. And you follow the guidelines of what you can eat and what you can't eat. After that, I did a womb cleanse. So let me tell you, this was the first, I think the second time that I did a womb cleanse, but I was able to follow the diet because I had already, that's Chloe. I had already done it before. I had already restricted my, I'm gonna just wait for her to stop. So I had already restricted my diet, so it wasn't hard for me to follow the guidelines of the cleanse. It was the easiest, so I didn't cheat on this. And when I tell you that my period went down from 7 days or 8, when I first got my period ever, it went up to 8 days, and it stayed that way until I started cleansing. My period is down to like 4 to 5 days, and the end of it is not dark brown anymore. It ends a very light color, almost see-through. The way that your period ends says a lot about what's going on in your body already. I don't cramp for 3 days like I used to. I cramp maybe the day before or the day of a little bit, and then it doesn't hurt anymore. So what I've also done is just follow my cycles. 3 days before my period, I start feeling like I just want to slow down. Maybe I'm going to stay home if I'm able to. The day of my period, definitely I'm home. So respecting my cycle in a way that once I feel like I know I'm getting my period, my sheets will be red. Like, I change my sheets is what I mean. I change my towel. Like, I prepare. Like, it's like if I'm about to have a baby, I'm preparing for my period to come, and I'm making it this experience of I'm welcoming my period. And I'm deciding not to do anything for that day because I shouldn't be doing shit on my period. And I know that I'm in a privileged space where I'm able to take a day off for my period. And if you aren't in a privileged space, then maybe start thinking about, well, do I need to switch careers? What is it that I need to do so that I can have that day off on my period? I think every woman deserves that. To be home at least on their first day. Sometimes I do 2 days or 3 where I'm just like, I'm not doing shit for 3 days straight, and I'm not gonna feel guilty about it because this is just what my body is doing. I should be in bed. I should be eating whole foods that are delicious and nutritious for me. I should be eating fruits, and I should be catered to. Do you want some soup, babe? Do you want some whatever, or catering to myself? So definitely give yourself some time and do the cleanse. I'm going to move on to organic pads and tampons. These bleached cotton whatevers, I stopped using Always. I stopped using any brand that I could find, I don't know, like in CVS or Family Dollar or Dollar Tree, whatever. You probably shouldn't be wearing it. Honestly, as soon as I stopped, I realized that my cramps became diminished. And if I ever wear something that does have some sort of chemical in it, I know right away because I start cramping. So I'm sensitive now to the point where I know what's good for my body because my body's going to tell me, right? I could look at something and know if it's good for me or not. So switching to organic pads, the ones that I'm using now are, I think they're called IO. I don't remember, or OI. I'm not sure exactly what it stands for, but that's what I'm using now. And it's been good. It's been working for me. Okay, another thing I want to get into, this one. It's like it's 10 o'clock. Do you know where your kids are? It's period o'clock. Do you know that you need to stop that man that don't care about you? that doesn't do, or woman, or whoever it is that you are opening yourself up to, allowing into your space, do you know that you shouldn't be allowing a person in that doesn't do what you desire for them to do for you, that doesn't deserve for them to be in your body? That's making you cramp. That's seizing you up. Allowing someone to in you, and they don't give two shits about you. Or maybe they do give two shits about you, but they're confused about you. They don't know what they want with you. They don't love you. Like, if you're dealing with somebody in your life who is unsure about you, then you should probably not be intimate. So limiting intimacy, key. That's key right there. Especially if you could go like a year. If you go on this celibate journey, which I've been on multiple times, it's always good coming out of that because your standards go up way high. You don't allow people to waste your time. You know what you want. Your energy is all yours. You're not giving it away. Nobody's taking it away. You don't have anybody else's energy in you. Go on the celibacy journey. Actually, let me not tell you what to do. I'm telling you what I did. I'm telling you what I have done. What else is on this list? Let me see. I think that's it. I think I went over everything. Let me see. Let me flip this page and see if I wrote anything else. That's it. Yep. Oh, so this one's a little controversial, but not really. Yoni steaming. I've been yoni steaming forever. Some people don't believe in it. Some people do. If you have any sort of like infections or whatever, you shouldn't be doing that. Definitely make sure that you are good to go before you do some yoni steaming. So yoni steaming is when you have a brew, basically that's specifically with the herbs, that not a brew, a tea, it's like a tea, that's specifically for your uterus, like herbs that are good for your uterus and your vagina, and you steam it. Is that what it's called? You steam it? You boil it. So you boil it, and then once it's done, like maybe 7 minutes, you put it on whatever container. I actually have a box that I sit on. Some people use like a plastic in their toilet, like they put it into their toilet and they sit. I particularly don't like how that sounds because it's like you shit in your toilet, so why would I? No, I have a box that has a heart-shaped little cut on it, and I sit my ass right on there, and inside underneath I have the bowl, and it's bringing up the steam into my parts. And honestly, it's delicious. It's delicious for my system. It brings warmth into the body. When you have painful cramps, in Chinese medicine, it's considered dampness or coldness. So the reason why the steam helps with that is because it brings warmth back into this area of the body. So that is it. And I never thought that I would be sharing all this personal information, but here I am. And I guess if there's any questions, if anyone has questions, or if I decide to plug in any of the products that I use, just know that none of this is, it's not like an ad. Like, I'm not getting paid is what I'm saying. If I promote anything in the description, I'm not being paid for this. This is just me sharing what I've used.